There's a way to make money in crypto that has nothing to do with guessing price moves or predicting market direction. This way is called the cross-currency arbitrage. And the crazy part of this is that you can do it right now on exchanges like Binance and Bybit without even leaving the platform. So unlike other traditional arbitrage that you conduct that has to do with buying low from one exchange and selling high on the other exchange, this type of triangular arbitrage I'm about to show you requires you to use just one exchange, right? So you are not at the risk of gas fees or transfer charges or maybe slightly changing your wallet address and so on and so forth. So most traders don't want you to know this type of arbitrage, or don't even want you to know that it exists. And the ones that do will not tell you how it really works, all right? But today, that is going to change. Now, let's expose the secrets. Now, first things first, what is cross-currency arbitrage? Well, cross-currency arbitrage exchange is buying and selling different currency pairs on the same exchange, taking advantage of the small price mismatch between pairs. So, exchanges sometimes price coins slightly different across pairs, correct? Creating a temporal loophole, and that's where we step in to buy low on the same, since we're using Binance, we buy low on the same Binance and then sell high on the same Binance. Now, how do we know how to spot those differences? Okay, first thing you need to do is to locate the trade section on your Binance interface right here. All right, so when you locate the trade section, you're just going to click on it. Okay, so I'm going to use a stable coin for this, because whatever currency we want to buy and then sell into BTC or any other coin, we want our product, our end product, to go back to USDT, considering the fact that it's a stable coin. So all I have to do now is to click on this place right here. All right, this place where you can choose other pairs, right? So when you click on it, it's going to bring an interface that looks like this. So on the search icon over here, all you have to do is to type in USDT, right? The reason why I'm typing in USDT is because most pairs, or most of the 1 to 100 pairs that USDT wants to pair with, are also marketing on BTC. What I mean is that if you see an exchange on the first 100, mostly if you see an exchange on the first 100 using USDT, then there's high probability that you can also buy or sell those pairs using BTC. All right, so let's go on ahead and type USDT. So this is going to bring most coins that are pairing with USDT. All right, so now normally what I do is I look for a coin that has rows in percentage, right? I look for a coin that has rows in percentage. For instance, let's use this for the sake of this video. There's AEVO USDT. You see, it has a 2.63% increment on USDT, right? So then there's a probability, all right, or there's chances that it might be slightly different when you want to buy or sell on BTC. Now let's see where prices are higher or lower on this AEVO USDT. So I'll just click on it. Right, after clicking on it, the next thing, or the next place you want to actually head to, is this icon that looks like two candlesticks, right? So you're just going to click on this icon that looks like two candlesticks. Okay, so let's click on it. Mind you, arbitrage is super fast, so whenever you want to conduct an arbitrage, you have to be fast on it. All right, so after coming to this interface, the next place you want to locate is this more right here. All right, so you just click on more. After clicking on more, you're going to see something like this on the options, compare market, right? So this is the place where excuse me, this is the place where you're going to see USDT AEVO, BTC AEVO, and any other pair that this AEVO is buying or selling on, right? So now let's click on it. So as we can see, USDT AEVO is selling at let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so AEVO USDT right here is selling at 0.0934, and AEVO BTC is selling at 0.095. So having known that AEVO USDT is selling at a lower price, and then AEVO BTC is selling at a little bit higher price, that means we have to be buying, all right, we're going to buy this token, this AEVO, on using USDT, and then selling that AEVO into BTC to make a little bit of profit. Now let's show you how this is done. The first thing you need to do, all right, is to click on this buy right here. All right, so mind you, the more your capital while conducting arbitrage, the more your capital while conducting arbitrage, the more your return, the more your profit. All right. So I'm not saying that maybe $100, $200 won't work on arbitrage, but sometimes the network fee that you're going to be charged and so on and so forth might eat a lot of your profit, even though you're going to end up profitable. But using higher capital gives you an edge where you're going to have much more profit. So let's take, for instance, you're using $1,000 to conduct this arbitrage, right? So with $1,000, you're going to have 10,000. Let me show you. You're going to have 10,672.35 worth of this AEVO token that you just bought with USDT. So let me just write it down. So now this means that if you click on BTC AEVO, we are going to sell 10,672 units of this AEVO, all right, to buy BTC, and then we are going to sell that BTC that we bought, because BTC is buying this AEVO at a much higher price. So after selling this AEVO that we bought with a cheaper price using USDT, then we're going to sell it back to BTC. All right, so that we can have a little profit, since BTC is selling it or is buying it at a much higher price. All right, so now let's head over to AEVO BTC, since we now have 10672.35 worth of AEVO. All right, guys, now we are on the sell section of AEVO BTC, right? So all we have to do now is to put in the amount of AEVO that we bought using USDT, right here. Okay, we're going to put in the amount that we bought right here. Okay, so remember, we bought 10672.35, right? So approximately we just bought 10,672. Let's just type it over here, right? 10,672 worth of AEVO, and this is going to give us 0.01205 worth of BTC. Now we are going to sell this 0.01205 BTC into USDT to see how much profit we have actually made. Now let's do that. So we are now on the sell section. All right, we are on the sell section of BTC USDT, and remember, we now have 0.01205 worth of BTC in our wallet, since we've sold the AEVO into BTC. Now let's type in the amount of BTC that we have in our wallet right here, all right, to see how much we are going to have in USDT. Let's do it. All right, so I'm just going to click over here and type in 0.01205. all right, 12059 blah blah blah. So that's just by the way. So as you can see, we initially used $1,000 to start the arbitrage, and now we have ended up with $1,015. all right, guys, this is cool money. You don't even have to predict the market movement or check the direction of the market using any chart patterns or indicator to see if the market is going to go up or not. All you have to do is look for profitable coins and then buy it low, sell it high. All right, and there are days whereby this AEVO, BTC, or whatever coins you want to use are more expensive using USDT than BTC. So all you have to do is to reverse the process. All right, so you're having $15 on just one transaction, and this transaction won't even take you up to 3 minutes. So if you're going to dedicate your time and then make at least make let's say, give or take 30 to 50 transactions, you're going to end up with a lot of money. Now let's go to our calculator to find out how much you're going to make. If you are using a capital of, give or take, $1,000 and you're having a profit of $15, how much you stand to make if you made at least 50 transactions in a day? So guys, we're now in our calculator, right? We ended up with 1,015 USDT, and we started, all right, with $1,000. So it's going to be 1,015 minus $1,000 that we started with, right? So we're having $15 per transaction, right? So now if you make 50 transactions, all right, in a single day, it's going to be 15 multiplied by 50 transactions. You're going to end up with 750 USDT, all right, in a single day. Now this $750 is about 75, I think, right? 1:75 ratio of your initial capital. Now, how much do you stand to gain in a week, in a month, in 2 months, 3 months? And this arbitrage is something that has come to stay. As long as these cryptocurrency platforms are existing, you are always going to find those arbitrage opportunities every single day, right? So it doesn't have to be on this coin. You can search other coins and see the price discrepancies that exist between them, right? Now, I hope this video helps, and I hope you have a nice day.
Came across this quote: The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. The 3 C's of life: choices, chances, and changes. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change.